Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
and
in
the
the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are here to do the 90-Day Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 5, Committed in Matrimony. Y'all know these are vows. Just go with us. Go with us, okay? Or not even us. Let's go with TLC. So, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, welcome, welcome. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it because y'all know I got a lot to say to Rob. So this episode. So let's not waste no time. Let's get into it. And let's get shit. Sophie kicking it off with him. Okay. I'll just say, viewers, don't stop it here. Don't, after Rob and Sophie, keep watching. But if this is what you came for, because I understand, I understand. So they get up the next morning to have a discussion about the previous night's events. So they go outside to the little courtyard. I'm not gonna lie to you. For the first time, I was like, okay, I guess this isn't too bad. If we could just get the bathroom on the inside, it's really probably not a bad living arrangement.
He has traps for roaches and mice.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about the patio seating.
That's all I think about.
You know me. If I could just have me a table on my patio, I just always think that's so cute. So
maybe It's okay having the table and the patio outside, not the bathroom. And also, it'd be nice to have the roaches and rats outside too.
Well, when you're outside, you're in their environment. So,
but they're in his environment because they're inside.
Are they though?
That's where the traps are.
That's like you're stupid. That's like when they cut down the trees and build a road, and the deer walk into the street. Are you in their environment or they're in yours?
They do that everywhere, but not everybody has to put down traps for roaches.
For deer. But they might hit them. Anyway, so now he wants to know if she's even interested in being a parent at all. And Sophie tells him, I'm really getting the vibe that she just really don't want kids now. Mm-hmm. Like, I really don't think it's about, I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with it, but in my mind, the more that she keeps talking, it's convincing me that she's trying to convince herself.
So she's a people pleaser. She said it. She's a people pleaser. She just wants to be with him. So she's going to say whatever the hell to make him feel better about the situation and make him believe that she does. And it's not a just hell no, but I believe it is a hell no for her.
Well, you know what I do like, though? This is a great stipulation. I want to have my life together before I go out here and have a child.
Mm-hmm. Well, when she said that, I was like, well, so does everybody else. He's not putting a time limit on it. It was just the fact that she said no.
I know, but we also, because then we get into, they start talking about surrogacy. And granted, we don't know nobody. We don't know,
But we don't know.
We don't know.
The future but we don't know.
No, I'm saying the future could hold great things for them. But right now, I would think in the next 2 to 5 years, unless somebody hit a lick, I don't see them having the monies for a surrogate. Maybe I'm wrong. Drop down in the comments, Shade Squad. Maybe I'm being a little too mean.
Maybe
it's great. It's great to want things, right? But yeah, and you can make things happen. Anything can happen when you have money.
Have to actually work for that, though.
Right.
Maybe he's just counting on the fact that her family has money,
and it's that part. So, because
maybe he felt like he hit a lick.
I'm starting to wonder if she really got that much money, but that's just my thoughts.
You know what? Towards the end of
because I'm gonna say this because, and this is no shade. If her I've been struggling with it, and I haven't said anything because I was like, well, maybe, it was a bad scene, or, something got to happen to that hair. If she had more money, she wouldn't look like that. Her hair wouldn't look that.
Well, she said she don't want to ask them for money. She said she turned 16. She said she can do it on her own, and she ain't asked for nothing ever since. So she's going off for. I mean, clearly she got something, because towards the end of the scene, she was able to do more than he was able to do in a year.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give her that.
She did it in 24 hours, and he did it. He couldn't do that in the years he's been in LA. I'm just saying.
I think she was also proving a point. But so basically, then her mama calls.
That's an expensive point.
So it makes
That's an expensive point. It's LA.
That's true. So well, then let's take a trip to the hair salon.
She ain't got it. She had to get another place,
No, I mean, maybe it's prioritizing.
It's priorities. She said, I got to get away from this man. And she like, he like it.
He do. Is it just me, or did she not look better when she had darker hair? Like when we saw her before and she had her darker hair, I think that she looked better. And maybe she didn't like it because it made her look too ethnic. I'm going to use that word. Because we know that she's half.
And she's had issues with that.
So yeah, that's the only thing, because I'm like, what? Girl, just dive back, please. So because it's looking real bad, and we know you're distressed, and it looks like it. So anyway, then yeah, this makes Rob feel better because she's now on point and talking about surrogacy, and so then Sophie gets a call from her mama, basically saying that, she doesn't like Rob because he acts oblivious every time she says something to him. And, she wants her daughter to be happy at the end. So she, takes accountability and apologizes and is like, if you love him, you want to marry him, and he love you, then, who am I to say something? Everybody got to add, opinion. And that's like an asshole. So, and I said, well, look at mama coming through. I ain't mad at it. But then Sophie shares, well, mom, great timing, because this nigga done lost his mind. And she tells her about the whole, back and forth disagreement about, the kids and whatever. And mom has the same question that all of us, all of America, his sister, why have y'all not had this conversation? So she's like, oh, well, I thought we had it. But
because I know that he really wanted kids, and I know that I didn't. So I didn't want to push the issue more in depth into it.
Right. So, but she says, we're thinking about surrogacy and adoption. And her mother's like, girl, bye. You just need to really figure out whether you want kids or not. And be honest with yourself. Okay. Don't go out here and waste no money trying to please him that you ain't got. Or maybe you got it, but don't spend it if you don't want them. So then they head out to the club. Because that was, her thing to do back in London. And Rob thinks, as soon to be married man, he isn't really looking for that trouble because he can find it at home on his damn phone. But I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
He said that. I literally was like, so does that mean you don't know how to control yourself?
That's exactly what I thought. You don't know how to control yourself.
Like, sir.
But then I love when he said, plus it's so expensive. And I said, oh, that's why you really don't go out. That's what it is. And I feel terrible for you that they're charging you $100.
He said some clubs. He said some clubs. It's not, I bet you it's not the ones he goes to.
No, okay, because I was like, do you know what that says about you in club language when they're charging you $100 to get in?
Well, he's a dude.
Do you know they might have cut him 50 if they liked him, and he looked like something, and he looked like he was gonna spend some money. If he looked like he just gonna come he
ain't coming to the club buying no bottles, girl.
He there for the first hour to get the free drinks, then yeah, they're gonna charge him $100 at the door. Now, they're going out and meeting up with his friend Tyree. I want to call him Tyree so bad. What is that man name?
Teray.
Is it his name? Okay. And he's coming along, and she's not really here for it because obviously he's been in his ear. He's super protective over Rob. And so she's like, well, my friend, is it Soraya or Soraya?
Soraya.
Okay, so Soraya is coming along. She met Soraya on the friends dating app. Which in her defense, y'all, I do know people. I'm not speaking about myself, but I have actually interacted with people. We're not cool anymore. That's why I'm saying they're not my friend. But I have interacted with people who have met other people, on friend dating apps, and like, I guess because they have trouble making friends like in the normal outside world, so they go online and like on these apps, and Bumble to be example, Bumble was it, and they met a friend and they're like lifelong friends now. And I'm just saying it's an actual thing. So Sophie might not be reaching too much. However, we know Sophie like to lick that kitty, so we don't know. Now,
for me, it was Teray being like, oh, a friend side. Oh, I didn't know that they had that.
I'd be because you weren't looking for no friend, mother.
And I'd be like, I didn't ask you what you. Who the hell?
He got on my nerves, but he got on my nerves the first time we saw him.
Nobody asked you what you thought, sir.
Right.
I was like, she's so nice. She's so nice, because he would have thought I was a complete a-hole.
He thinks that she's avoiding the hard questions. Then Soraya gets there.
I don't have to answer them.
Right.
Who are you to me?
Do you help pay his bills? Probably
Clearly
not.
Right.
Were
you putting down traps? Right. Clearly not.
So then Soraya arrives and says her and Sophie met 2 years ago on the app. And she's worried because Soraya does know that she's bisexual and Rob doesn't. But she doesn't.
I thought she said none of them know.
No, I felt like she said Soraya knows. Because I felt like she did say Soraya knows, because I felt like she was scared when they asked her about it, because I felt like she was, and maybe I'm wrong, drop down in the comments, but I felt like she was scared.
I know she said it was awkward, and then I thought she said because none of them know. Whatever. Because
especially with him pressing her and asking her like, oh, so you like girls, like, are you? So it made me think that like she knows they may not be messing with each other, but I feel like she knows, and she was scared that she might slip up in that moment. Because she was like, I know I need to tell Rob, but now is not the time. Like really hoping that she didn't say nothing in that moment. But it doesn't matter, because apparently she had visions in the night. Okay. And she decided, and I ain't gonna lie to you, when you got them visions, damn it, you better go.
You better go with it.
So she goes to his phone, says she never does this. And when she did, she found an app.
I don't know. It was given WhatsApp or something. You know what though? There was something I was watching, and it was talking about how the reason why dudes leave that stuff is because they're so narcissistic. They want to be able to come back to it and see. They could care less about you finding it. Of course, They don't want you to find it, but they want it to still be in their phone, so they still have access to it.
Stupid. So anyway, she found nasty photos on the app.
Videos,
photos. He's entertaining
women and him.
So she called production, went, and as Nellz said, within, I don't even think it was 24 hours, found her a place that she rented. The
thing happened 24 hours ago.
Look, she found her a place. If she found her room to rent, guess what it had? A bathroom. And then she took her ass over there and said, this is what we're not gonna do. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I did feel a little bit bad for Sophie. She was emotional. She was like, I'm out here by myself. She was like, if I was back home, we would be done. This would be a non-factor at this point. She's like, but I'm here and I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. And obviously I'm going to have to go back home. And I was like, well, Sophie, that just means you go back home, baby.
That's what I was confused about. So for me personally, right? I would have so I was wondering, does that cancel her her fiance visa or something? Is that why she's it canceled it? Because I was like, why didn't she just buy a plane ticket rather than paying for a room to rent?
No, I think she's trying to stay to see if it'll work out. But once she leaves, and if they don't get married in that 90 days, it's a wrap.
So
Like
you
they
have to
said,
sit
you know,
90 days.
yeah. Well, no, I don't think you have to do the full 90 days. What I think she's, people, this is what I'm saying. If she was really done, she would have got on a plane and left.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have rented an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Because clearly she got money and it's LA. So
Mm-hmm.
if she had money to rent an apartment, she got money to buy a plane ticket
Mm-hmm.
home.
Mm-hmm.
What she's doing is separating and giving them some space and hoping that this will teach him a lesson and that he'll come back to her so that she can stay. So she's not really planning on leaving. But she's going through all these emotions and like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm stuck here and you're not really stuck. And we all know that. So that's why I said I wanted to feel bad for her. And I did feel bad for her because I thought of you so much because when she said, and I remember you saying one time, if you take them back, and when she was like, I already told him the first time, and literally I was like, that's what Chanel said. You let it slide the first time, and now here it is again. He's doing the same shit. So did nothing change. And then you see Rob, I'm a good man. I love you. And but I'm not perfect. But you out here ready to get married and to move this whole girl out here and you
And
don't
ain't
have
nobody asking for perfection, sir. I'm asking you not to contact random women, asking them for videos of their hoo-ha and you sending your stuff back and forth. She said, well, that's why he wasn't asking me for no nasty videos, because he had a plethora.
that part. I said, so yeah, y'all. I buy the plane ticket, go back home, get your hair done, girl. And let him go. Let it go.
I wonder what type of room she rented, if it's like how temporary it is.
Probably like a month or something. I know it probably got a bathroom inside. I know that much. But go ahead. It's Nell's favorite.
I knew she's gonna say that.
I'm happy she got them because I couldn't with them.
So it's Nikki and Justin is who Trace is referring to. Okay. Mm-hmm. We basically pick off where we left off. Nikki is giving Justin 48 hours to, turn things around. She said, because she ain't never been sex deprived before. She said she was getting it in. All right.
Maybe he needs, I'm not trying to be funny, but she was like, oh, years ago and they've been separated or they haven't been together for like 15 years or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be funny. Maybe he just needs to consult somebody or like go get a pit. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I feel like she's not considering that. Like, she's thinking
I don't think he has a problem getting it up. The problem is, and that's why she feels some type of way, she feels that it's the attraction. See, the difference, why she keeps on comparing the two separate times is because there was no problem with them getting it in when he didn't know that she was trans. But ever since he found out she was trans, there's been an issue with them getting it in. So that's why she keeps on going back to back in the day.
Just have patience. Just have patience with me.
We don't have patience. I'm here for not that long. And I had to pay all this money to get here. And I'm not here.
And I'm sending you all this money. It's giving, I'm sorry, it's giving pay to play.
It's giving, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So you need to do something, homie.
I just feel like if you wanted that, maybe you should have went to Amsterdam, baby. If you wanted to buy it and pay for it.
She wanted him. She wanted it from him. Or she should have got it from whoever she was getting from before that didn't make her beg for it. That was giving her money rather than the other way around. But that's neither here nor there. But he says that she's a sex machine. Okay. And like Tree said, he felt that she needs to have patience for him to open up. He had no problem opening up before.
And I don't mean just because you pop a pill or it doesn't mean that you can't get it up. It's staying up or having the stamina.
No. The issue is no. I think see that's like a Jasmine and Gino issue.
Okay, because he's saying that like she's a sex machine, like, and it gives me the vibe like she wants to do it all the time.
No, but they haven't had sex. It's the initiation.
Well, it's only day 2.
You ain't seen me in how long? You should have hit me from the door, homie. I'm surprised we even made it back to your place from the airport. What's wrong with you? It's only day 2. You sound crazy.
I know.
You sound crazy. It's only day 2. Yeah.
Look, we would have been on the stove by the buttered rolls. You know me.
You sound crazy. It's only day 2. She know damn well she'd have been like, what's wrong? What's the problem? What's the real issue? Tree's over here caping.
Okay,
she wants to know like what's really attracting him to her. She's like, is it just my pocketbook? Like, what's up? Like, so of course.
But she really demeans him though. I'm sorry, I'll let you get into it. What?
I wish I had a cape right now.
A what?
Use my robe.
Oh, a cape.
Use my robe.
I might be caping for Justin.
You definitely caping. You definitely caping. Listen. You know what? I'm not saying it's okay for her to demean him, but you're not a man either. She's paying all your stuff. She's taking care of everything. I mean,
and he said he gonna give it back when he get his job. I don't even know why I'm paying up for him because I've definitely dogged out like this when he's been taking my money. So, and I've been paying for everything. So, Shay Squad, don't get it twisted. I'm really not caping. I'm just being funny because Lord knows I would not. I would be with Nikki and be cussing you out and listing off all the that I paid for.
So apparently he hates, discussing money and what she really does. He's like, you don't really do that much for me. You don't send me that much. You just send me enough for petrol. You just send me enough. She was like, what?
That was triggering.
Yeah, she looked like she was ready to, if the cameras wasn't there, boy, she was like, so she calls BS. Okay. She's like, your nose was 7,000 alone. Okay. And let's not get into the Western Unions. And she was like, you know what? It's not even about money. They're like, well, why the hell are we bringing that?
Oh, because they ain't got the Cashaps over there. I don't think Cashapp over international or Venmo. I don't think they got that.
So that means she also got to pay the fees to send it. The fees ain't coming out on your end; it's coming out on my end. When you send money with Western Union, it costs money to send.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit, look, the fees alone would have got me. I'd have been like, I ain't sending you nothing.
Right.
The hell?
Especially not no 7K. Can you
imagine? And the more you send, the higher the fee. I'm not
right. I was gonna say, can you imagine what that fee? I'm sure the fee was like $500.
No, siree. And look, listen. Guess what? I would have been like, I paid $7,500 for your nose. It wouldn't be no 7,000. I paid $7,500 because that's what I paid.
Well, if it was me, you got $6,500. And you find the other 500 because I had to spend 500 to send it to you.
Look, he would have got hit. He would have just started adding the fees in there. I need, she's like, it's not about money. Apparently she's like, I know you can't work or whatever because of his K1. I thought that's when he get over there.
Right.
Why he can't work now?
That's a great question.
But basically, she said that she still needs him to do more. Okay. He just ain't doing enough. And he really just does not get it. So Nikki told him that, it's always about him and what he wants and what he needs. But anytime she asks for something, it's a big fat no. Now this man.
It's because she's always asking for his meat. She's always asking for one thing, his meat.
You ain't have a problem giving it to me before. And if you really attracted to me, like you say,
maybe he doesn't want to feel like a prostitute. Okay.
Maybe she don't want to feel like a sugar mama, but
Well,
so, basically this man told her, you know what? Maybe I'm just too nice for you. He was like, I did all this. I planned this picnic, and I'm trying to do these sweet things. And you just want to argue and argue every day. How about you use that power for something else? How about you not tell me how to use my power?
Woo.
How about this is where I want to direct my energy? Because this is what's really bothering me. Who the hell are you to tell me what the hell to direct my energy on, sir?
That's what you don't do.
So basically, she told him, that was sweet.
My
it was
energy
nice.
and my money are very closely aligned.
Exactly. How about I tell you where I'm directing my money now?
Right.
So basically, she told him, it was sweet. It was a nice gesture what you did. I'm not taking that away from you, but I need more. So, he gives her a hug and kiss, and automatically this calms her down. She lost track of everything that was bothering her.
Because she got a damn kiss. That's all it took. That's the terrible part.
She wants affection.
All he gotta do, but if all he gotta do is rub on her shoulders and give her a kiss.
That's it. That's all he gotta do. And he ain't doing it. That's the problem. She like, I'm doing all of this for you.
But see, I think he doesn't want to do it because he knows she's gonna want more.
But normally when you're attracted to somebody and you love somebody, that's her point. When you're attracted to somebody and you love somebody, it shouldn't be a task. That's what you want to do. It comes naturally. So that's why
at this point, this is a paid arrangement to me.
Well, guess what? He ain't living up to his end of the bargain.
Yeah, he's not.
That's another problem. Okay, if you're gonna take the money, sir, I'm gonna need you to
make your payments.
I started to say so, but I'm gonna leave it alone. So Nicole, she decides, I called her Nicole, I guess because mom did. Nicole, she called her mama for reinforcement. She got the complete opposite. Her mama basically told her to stop being a bitch because she's even that way sometimes to her. And try to be a little softer. Okay. Try a little tenderness. She
blamed it on the hormones though.
Huh?
She said that she said something about like she was blaming it on the hormones. Why she acts like that? Because I don't know.
Because it made her super emotional, just like women. She's taking like our hormones. They decide to go out to dinner, and they're having a conversation. And he talks about how he's gonna get up in the morning and go to the gym because he ain't get to go because he was planning her stuff, but he wants to go while she's asleep. So she's like, no, boo, I'm gonna wake up so I can go with you. And he's like, well, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you on that. If I do decide, maybe we'll go. He's
gonna get up at the ass crack of dawn while she sleep.
Let me tell you something. It would have been a whole problem for me. Well, he tells her, maybe I'll take you to a different gym, not my regular gym. She like, why not? What's the problem? And she feels like, it's because he knows people there. He's worried that they're going to talk or whatever. And, he reassures her that that's not it at all. And she says, I know you don't care how I was born. Apparently the people that was clocking him heard this. And, they like gasped and, they feel, basically making them, I don't want to say feel uncomfortable, but they know that, the people that was clocking him know. So, he did get a little bit nervous. He's talking about how his country is super closed-minded, but in the middle of that, he, wanted to show her that he gives a damn. I guess he was paying attention. He was listening, and he got up in the middle of dinner, came across the table and gave her a kiss. Even though he knows that, they've been found out. Okay. Which of course, this makes her feel great, and she's just like, well, that's all fine and well. And I'm glad he's getting more comfortable, but I still need more. Like, I need more. Like, I need to go home right now off this wine full on my belly and get something put in my belly.
You are. Bless her heart. I ain't that much begging for the D in the world. Right now, I'm aligning her very closely with Renika. is how it's looking. You done ran, at least you ain't got no kids involved, but you done ran to a different country to chase a man that already told you he kind of didn't want you. You paying his bills. You know, it's looking real love after. It's looking real
I
love,
think
but
this
not,
is a
it's
little
not
worse.
like that.
I would actually consider that, as far as like lack of affection and stuff, I would consider this a little worse
Worse.
than
Because at
Renika.
least Asante tore down once.
Mm-hmm. With no problem. He came out, grabbed her up on her booty,
Right.
and you know, he was ready. But he was also locked up for a while, so I you know, it probably could have been anybody. So never
I was
mind.
gonna say, but like you said, it's been a while for them. So who knows? All right.
But he still had access to it.
Huh?
He still had access to it.
Well, that's true. So now we're gonna jump into
A new couple.
the new
that
couple.
I think Trees really, really likes.
I don't like nothing about it. Okay. Only thing I could probably say I like about it, and I can't even say I'm a gamer, but and that was a long, long time ago where I used to sit in front of my computer for hours.
Still not even that long though. Like they literally calculated how many hours he spent. That was in the years.
I don't think I spent that much time on Sims. I spent a lot of time, but not
he made whole friends on this game,
right.
lifelong friends.
If I'm sure if I was still playing Sims now, I'd probably have friends from other countries, and we would.
Yeah, I think they didn't do it back then. They probably
they didn't do it back then. But anyway, so we meet Clayton, who is 30. He's a 30-year-old cybersecurity analyst from Kentucky. He has a love for guinea pigs along with his 2 chihuahuas. So he's, you know, got a full house in his little 1-bedroom apartment.
Literally, they're like his babies. Like he literally speaks the guinea pig's language.
Okay. So, you know, his mother also lives with him in a walk-in closet.
In their in a 1-bedroom apartment.
In a 1-bedroom apartment, and she lives in the living room walk-in closet. It looked like she got a look. This is how y'all know I'm country. It looked like she got a pallet. It don't even look like a mattress. It looked like a couple blankets.
No, I think it was a mattress.
It was a mattress?
I think so. It might have been a blow-up mattress. I don't know, but I think it was a mattress, because I'm wondering, I'm trying to think, how do you get a mattress in there, flip it and turn it? So maybe it was like a blow-up mattress. So I don't know, but I do.
That's why I said it was a pallet. Maybe she got pillows under it and for padding. I don't know. Anyway, so you know, he said she's just staying there till she finds a place. But, you know, she's been there for 3 years already. 3 years.
No way.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
Right. He has his girlfriend, Anali, who was about to move to America. He met her on a language learning app and, you know, saw that she had visited his profile but didn't say nothing to him. That means she swiped left. But however,
I mean,
he reached out to her,
trying to see if he was cute. She didn't think so, and she was trying to keep him moving.
Right, and moved on. But he reached out to her and said, "Hey, girl, I saw you noticing me, and I noticed you." So that's how things started. She said, "Well, you know, oh, Annalie, I've had that. Well, I guess I'll talk to you if you
no." See, he would have got ignored. But like, I didn't reach out for a reason. He would have got ignored.
And see, and this is the difference between me and Nellz. If you pursue, well, I guess I'll talk to you.
Listen, I like a man to pursue, but I have to actually want you to pursue. I'm not, because if you are pursuing me and I don't want it.
After so he, you know, they talked for like 8 months, and then he went to Peru to visit her and proposed after like 4 days. So, you know, they applied for the K1 visa. She did say yes, but was very hesitant.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah. It didn't seem like she
was like, oh.
Right.
Like, responds, oh.
It must have been the ring. Anytime you say all, it must have been the ring. So, you know, he's trying to clean up his apartment because his mom's stuff is all over the place. He knows that, you know, she has a bit of a hoarding issue. So they go over to her storage to take some of her stuff, and then realize that, you know, her storage
they can't get nothing else back in. They can't get nothing else.
It's packed from the windows to the walls. Okay. And so Annalie calls while they're at the storage, and, you know, she's asking if there's
literally runs from the storage, because I think he want her to see how bad this is.
And it's like, is this gonna be enough space for me? Like, and you know, he lies to her, as we know, you
We're
know,
working on it.
right. And I was just like, this is so terrible. But you know, this is again, we're not new
My
to
thing
this.
is, he does
True to this.
cybersecurity. Why
Everybody lies on 90 Day Fiance, especially to the person that's coming over. It's
he does
awful.
cybersecurity? Why he don't just get a bigger place?
Maybe Kentucky's expensive. I don't know.
I deal with it.
Don't do it. Wasn't Renika from Kentucky?
I believe so.
She was from Kentucky. I don't know, just random thoughts.
It's giving not expensive.
Uh-huh.
It's giving not expensive.
Don't do that. So he thought, you know, he tells her there's nothing, you know, to worry about. They gonna have enough space. But then he, you know, tells production that he's scared because, you know, Anna Lee is a very no nonsense kind of girl, and she don't like something, she don't want to put up with it, she ain't doing it. So he's just afraid that she might get there and be like this shit. So then Clayton shares that, you know, the guinea pigs are a delicacy over in Peru. And
oh yeah, he took him to the vet. I didn't even. Is it okay? Is it wrong? So I know the vet is like for all animals.
Yeah, they do birds, lizards. They do everything. They do everything.
I think I didn't realize people take their guinea pigs to the damn
vet. They do everything.
And it was literally, it wasn't like nothing was wrong. He was just going to weight check them because apparently the mama would be overfeeding them. Now that might be a good thing for Anna Lee. She's like, yeah, fatten them fat babies up.
You stupid. Yeah, because apparently in Peru they eat guinea pigs and she says they are delicious
and nutritious.
Look, everybody's so creative. So and so he hopes that she's gonna accept them as part of her family and not a part of her meal. So Clayton sits in his room working from home, as we talked about, and gaming all day, which is clearly how he can manage to deal with the mess that's sitting in his living room. He has a friend that he's had, Cameron, I believe his name was, for like 13 years. They met through gaming online. And he's telling him about how Anna Lee has never told her dad in the 2.5 years that they've been dating about him. And so, and she says that that's because he's overprotective. And Cameron's like, you don't think that's weird? And you live in a lie, and that's going to also be your whole family too.
Is it wrong? Like, yeah. You know what I think is more weird? I think it's weird that the dad, they're so close that that he calls her all day, every day, sometimes 20 times a day. It's giving that's not her daddy. Well, not her father.
That might be her zaddy, okay?
Her zaddy. That's really when he said 20 times a day. I said, listen, Linda, listen. Okay. Most fathers have their own lives. Who's calling you that many times a day other than a significant other?
I don't know. She said he's overprotective, and that's why she won't tell him. But
he needs to every move.
But yeah, so you know, Cameron basically tells him he needs to resolve that issue. And that was pretty much Clayton and Anna Lee. I personally feel like Anna Lee is not going to be able to deal with the mama and her mess. Because I wouldn't be able to deal with that alone. And then when you add the guinea pigs and the chihuahuas, it's a lot. It's a lot. But who knows? You know, maybe she'll make a good barbecue one day and downsize them, and she can get rid of at least 4 out of the 5. Because I'm sure some people eat chihuahua somewhere.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but I think they do eat dog in Peru. I had a Peruvian friend, and I do believe she told me they eat dog.
And they small enough too. They look like one of them roasted chickens in Giant, ready to just go ahead and buy.
Them dogs wasn't even cute either.
But yeah, that's Clayton and Anali. Oh, and then it's her first #1 favorite.
She is such. I knew. Jasmine and Gino is who she's talking about, of course.
I'm so happy I didn't get them. Go ahead.
So Jasmine got the itchies all over her body, you know, and she let Gino know basically it's getting worse. And he's like, well, that's something you picked up in Panama and brought it over here.
He was real quick to call that out. If I was Gino, I'd be like, I'm going to make sure you need to sleep on the couch. I'm going to make sure you ain't got bed bugs or something.
I guess because she got it in Panama, it's easy to say. I mean, listen, I feel like looking at the screen, just looking at his house, it like makes your skin crawl a little bit.
Itch a little bit.
Yeah, it makes your, like, it gives dusty, and
it's the bathroom for me.
it's not just, I mean, yes, the bathroom is quite disgusting. It is disgusting.
Like, no, like to the point, and this is no shade to Jasmine, because I don't like cleaning other either. But I'm the type of person that I will not sit on a seat if a toilet is not, like, I just feel like something's gonna come out the hole and like bite me in the head. Like, I have to, if I'm going to sit, I need to have a clean toilet. And like for her to now be the woman of the house, if you don't like it, clean it.
I think that she wants help to clean it, because it's not like,
okay, well, I can understand that, and it ain't like he got no job.
Yeah, I mean, like the kitchen, it's everything. I think that because it does look like it's a lot. It looks like it's a lot of work to actually get that house like clean. And I think she wants help.
I'm not disputing. I'm not mad at that. He does need help.
But
he ain't doing nothing else but sitting there on the couch rubbing on that damn dog.
But to him, it's clean, so he probably doesn't see a problem with it, and probably doesn't want to clean. So, basically he tells her that, it's got to be something she ate, trying to figure out if she has a nut allergy. And she said, no, I'm eating the same stuff that I've been eating.
Because I don't get to eat much. All I got is some almonds and peanut butter.
Exactly. All my vegan stuff. And she said that it's got to be something she's touched. And she suggests that, maybe it's like dust or like the blankets or soap. Now, I have had a soap, I'm sorry, my daughter had the soap. It was the same brand though. The soap actually like broke her out in hives. It was supposed to be some natural organic stuff, and whatever the hell it had in it broke her the hell out. Literally, she had to go to the hospital for it. And I thought the lotion might be fine, same brand, but it smells so good that I wanted it. It broke me out too. Me and so sometimes, so it really could. I mean, maybe it's not necessarily the dirt or whatever. I don't know.
But it's organic.
Right? Now he thinks that, it's got to be the almonds, okay? Because he's not a hoarder. His house isn't dirty. He doesn't have a bunch of trash just everywhere, piles and piles of trash. His house is clean. I'm gonna stop you right there, homie. It's not.
No, it's definitely not clean.
It's definitely not clean.
But it's also not Clayton's house.
It's not a hoarder's home, but I would consider his house dirty.
Okay, but see, I battle with, because I would say Clayton's house is nasty, and
yeah,
Gino's
see, that's a hoarder. That's nasty. Gino's house is dirty. Now Jasmine, she explains that she had the same situation when she was on vacation, because it was like dusty and dirty, and she thinks that it's this, like the same thing is happening because his house is dirty. He told her, girl, you was living in a whole apartment that was dirty with mice.
The shade of it all.
What? Why you say that? Why did you say that?
She went slam the off.
Jasmine flipped the hell out. She was like, when the hell you ever saw mice in my apartment? When the hell you ever saw mice in my place? You ain't never saw me have no bathroom with no black molds and no dirty stuff like that. She flipped the hell out, told him he was being super disrespectful. Now, I don't know, because every time we saw
and
Jasmine,
you know what? I'm not going to lie. I even if it were true to say that on the camera, I think
he said it because he felt disrespected because she said
that's what I'm saying. But that's why she flipped out. Like, really?
First of all, nobody's going to believe Gino because we can see your place and it's dirty.
Right.
Anytime we saw any place Jasmine was staying in, it wasn't.
It's been clean, and I mean, don't get me wrong, but no shade. Jasmine alone and just how she takes care of herself, I find that hard to believe.
Exactly. So, and he couldn't name a time or a place that she had mice.
Right.
So now basically, you know, she kind of breaks down. She's like, listen, I'm not trying to argue. I just need some help. Okay. Even if it's like new blankets, new pillows, like I just need some extra care. Like I need this taken care of. Like I'm suffering right now. Okay. He's like, well, you know, maybe we can get you a pillow for you and, you know, not for me. Cause my pillow's fine over here. Maybe that's why you can't grow no hair.
Oh,
Maybe, you know, listen, you know, you never know. Okay. So Gino finally, you know, took Jasmine to go get her some shots for the hives. Otherwise, you know, she probably would have knocked her head off. Okay. Then they also go to the store to get some new sheets. Now she pulls the saleswoman to the side and asks her, how often are you supposed to change your pillow? And the lady lets her know that she changes her pillows twice a year, but you know, that's just her. She does it every 6 months. Gino says, well, I might do mine every 6 years. Let me tell you something. He said 6 years because she said 6 months, but I really don't even believe that. I don't believe he does. And I don't even believe that they're in a casing. I believe that he just has like the pillows that he bought. Yeah. No. I don't mean like a pillowcase. You know, like what I'm saying, I believe he has a pillowcase. I don't believe he puts his pillows in like a pillow protector, like a pillow protecting case, and then put it in the, so because it extends the life. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to necessarily change them as often. So for you to say you do it every 6 years, for one, I don't believe you do that. For two, I don't think you use anything to extend the life of your pillows either. Like, no. No. So, you know, then they happen to see like this soccer comforter, which made her super emotional because she thinks of Fiancé. I think I'm starting to because it's like Juan and then say. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, you know, he's an amazing soccer player, and it's a sport that he really, really loves. She got emotional just thinking about how, you know, she doesn't want to cause him any trauma, you know, making him feel like he was abandoned, and she really doesn't know how long this visa process is going to take. They decide to call him on FaceTime, and, you know, he's, you know, absolutely fine. He ain't thinking about nothing. He ain't worried about nothing. Okay. He just basically says that, you know, he wants a Madrid birthday party, and she basically let him know, you know, I'm a go all out with Gino's money that he ain't got no more, but we're gonna get her done. Okay. And then they go to check out, and you know, Gino is not only well, I'm guessing I guess they didn't get comforters, they just got the pillows, but for the first time, I guess in 6 years, as he says, he's actually buying a damn pillow. I don't know what type of brand this pillow is, because she said over in Panama, this pillow cost her $100, but it's only $25 over here.
Well, I was gonna say probably, you know,
because of import.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Look, if it's $100, then it might have to be more than 6 months. They're not gonna understand why. But we're gonna definitely get that pillowcase, and we're gonna extend the life of this pillow, because it's gonna be more than 6 months. Probably got to pay $100 for a pillow. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
So then we get into the Devin and Nick of it all. Now Nick and Devin are, you know, she's finally in Korea, and they out in these Seoul. Is it Seoul or Seoul? But they out in Seoul.
Well, he said Seoul. Look, after he said it,
I always thought it was Seoul.
Me too. And look, I said, well, clearly I was pronouncing it wrong, because but he said Seoul, and that's where he's from. So he got to be saying it right.
That's what we're going with. They out in these Seoul streets browsing, and, you know, she's concerned about Nick adjusting to life in Cersei, based on, you know, the fast pace of
the nightlife. Yes.
Yeah, it was popping.
It's 24-hour karaoke. I said that. Now that, you know what? I need to go there, because it's lit. It's lit over there. Right. They know how to party.
That's why so many of them karaoke. Probably you can get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go to a karaoke bar and just sing. But
they probably got other stuff too. They probably got other stuff that's like.
No, I couldn't live there, because I wouldn't have no voice. I would be up all night singing until I can't sing anymore, until my voice stopped and just got terribly bad, or I lost it, and I would go home and sleep and get back up and do it all over again. So then he's taking her.
He'd be like, "Mom, when are you coming home?"
Right. Be like, you know, lost me to the soul streets. So he's taking her to dinner with his parents the next day in hopes that she can get his family's approval. Now Devin is worried because she speaks very, little Korean and they don't speak no English. He tells her that in their tradition that she has to bow, kind of, or like when she meets them, and she's like, oh well, damn. And then she can't look at them when she takes a drink. So she got.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. Whether this is their tradition or not, I
can appreciate him letting her know.
Exactly. Like, because these are small things that you would I think personally that you would normally forget. Like even like the thing with TJ.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Yeah, TJ and Kimberly. There were certain things that he didn't mention or whatever. So these are like small, minute things, but are, super disrespectful to them. So I can appreciate the fact that, it's totally different from what we do here, but he made sure he let her know, listen, don't do it.
Well, it's and he lets us know that it's very important that his parents like her, because if not, he can't marry her. And he won't be going to America. So she admits that she's nervous. And he decides to tell her in that moment that his mother isn't really happy about him leaving. And then she asks if his mother would have rather have him be with a Korean girl, and he admits that that's what she wants. And Nick and Devin are preparing to meet his parents, and of course, they're both nervous about how his parents are going to receive her, especially Devin, since she's a little bit quieter. Nick has let us know that his father is not really a friendly person, and his mother is very serious. And I'm not trying to be funny, not trying to stereotype or put anybody in a box, but I feel like that's like common, like Asian culture, that they're very like strict, they're very serious,
especially ones that I would assume ones that are not Americanized,
right? Like, and he also says that Devin tends to cry when she gets overwhelmed, and his parents aren't going to like that, so he hopes that she can just basically keep it together for this meeting, in order to get their approval. And I said,
looking at the previews, it don't look like that happened.
I hope it works out, but you know what? I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, and I mean, it's not like we haven't seen it happen before. I feel like they have a huge battle, because even if they can get over the whole parents thing, then he has to come over here and live in Arkansas, and try to be accepted. So yeah, I feel for them. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another review of the 90 Day of the Fiancé, if anybody ends up married. So if you haven't already, Shade Squad, please make sure that you've hit that like button,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
And make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. Thank you so much, and we will catch you next week for another review of 90 Day Fiancé. Bye-bye.
Good night.